doing, guys? Been a minute. Made it out this morning. It is April 10th, and I'm going to one of my favorite spots to fish. I have to hit it now, early April, because it gets kind of hot, and it's a canyon. Not as bad as like the box canyon we did up there on the gorge, but it's a little bit of a hike. I really enjoy it, and a lot of big fish in this spot. I brought the 5-weight, and there's been a few times in this spot where the 5-weight trout rod just turns into an absolute piece of spaghetti on me, because the fish are very strong in the spot I'm headed to. I'm dying to fish one of those leeches I got in Montana, one of those Willie's fruit roll-up leeches that out of Bozeman. Guy named a Marine named Willie from Bozeman invented this fly. It is absolutely fabulous. It's the coolest fly that I've discovered in the last 5 years easily. And I'm gonna go see what effect it has on some smallmouth, walleye, carp, largemouth, and probably channel catfish. So, all right, guys, I got a little bit of a drive to do, and I got cash because I got a fee to pay. We're going to a state park. So, all right. Okay, just gonna pay the fee, the cash in the old box. Always like to make a record of that, just in case anybody ever gives me a hassle. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's 52 degrees when I got here. Gosh, I'm ready to do this. Let's go. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you what I primarily wanted to fish with today. And there she is, the Willie's leeches. Got plenty of them. Very exciting to take one in this spot. Look, that's just scudback and just fabulous. I can't wait to see what happens down there. All right, we're headed that way. All right, we're off. Yeah, I got a decent night's sleep last night, and woke up, felt like some fishing. Like I said, I can only get down here this time of year, early April, because this is a place, as you can see, it's an arid, warm place, but right now it feels great. It's 55, and I'm sure at the end of the day it'll be 70. So yeah, look at that beautiful New Mexico landscape. Howdy, y'all. We are headed down to the fishing spot. We're going down into this canyon here in the southwest. As the crow flies, I would imagine we're about 25 miles from Fort Sumner, but maybe even less so. We're very close. I really think about old Billy the Kid when I go into this canyon, because you can see these boulders, they're consistent with like a Volkswagen bus back here, and it goes and it even turns around the bend back there, and you could never find a person, especially in that time period back here. I mean, there's so many spots to set up camp in here and lay low. And I'm sure there's $1 million in this canyon. I'm sure that somebody stashed something in here, and nobody's ever gonna find it. This is incredibly rugged country. I mean, I would not go, on a shed hunt over here. There's a lot of rattlesnakes here, and you certainly wouldn't be moving through those boulders too quickly. And I mean, you could see where it would even be accessible by horse, and you could even walk your horse down here. But There's just so many spots. It's so crazy. All right, we about to be fishing. Not a whole lot of action at that first spot. You know, I like a challenge actually. And I've been down here at this time in April before. Like I said, I like to get down here before it gets hot. And on days like these when it's slow and you haven't had any bites, it usually means one thing. It usually, as long as you keep hunting and keep pushing different spots, usually on a day like this, you're gonna get a quality fish. So I'm gonna head down this next spot and we'll see what happens. Fuck. Yeah, we just got lit up, man. Down here, man, you will feel the fly line get ripped right out of your hand. I hit the wall and I'm gonna let it sink and just, you know, maybe if there's a core underneath there or whatever, and strip away from it. And man, that first bite felt so good. These are sharp hooks too, you know, that you're not gonna find any cheap stuff up there in Montana when it comes to flies and what, I mean. Gosh, I just keep putting it on that back wall. That's where I got the first bite, first and only bite. Okay, oh my gosh. Fighting a fish. Finally pulled one off the back wall. It's not what I wanted. It's a carp. Looks like a European carp. Poor man's bonefish. It's acting like a bonefish right now. I've actually been fighting it for a couple minutes now, so I'm ready for this to be wrapped up. Didn't bring my net today. Dude, sometimes you have to have days with no net. Really take you back to the... I'll be honest, carp with no net is almost as hard as trout with no net. Just back and forth, back and forth. This is why anglers, sport fishermen love carp. You know, it's an admirable fight, you know. Come here, buddy. Oh. That the willies came and hit me right back in the face. That's it. I didn't want to touch the carp, you know, close distance release. It's fine. I got a really nice walleye. Really nice walleye. Oh my gosh. You know, unlike the carp, I really want this fish. You know, the great thing about walleye is they feel like an alligator, so you got some grip. I don't have a net today, but I would love to grab hold of this walleye. Woo, come on, dude, come on. I've already seen, you know, he's even given me the walleye death roll. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, no, 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 no. Wow, wow, guys, look at this walleye. Look at this walleye. Walleye on the fly. Look at him. Ooh, he's scary. Look at that leech, Willie's leech right there in the, that is awesome. This is fucking cool. Gonna give me that shake. Holy moly, look at that walleye. And that's that Willie's from Montana. You see the scud back? Is such an effective fly. So cool. So cool. Look at that leech. Look at that beautiful fish. Come on. Get that out. Barbless, what up? What up? All right, guys, I'm going to do a reel, so I'm going to cut, but pretty cool. Big common carp. I just stripped the leech in front of him and he ate it. I really didn't want him to eat it. Really want to keep targeting walleye and bass, but if I get a hold of him, I'm going to show you guys something that every fly fisherman should know. Put a real crank into the rod. I told you down here, the 5-weight kind of turns into a bit of a piece of spaghetti. This has been going on for 5 minutes. It's really eating into my fishing time. Come here, you demon. Oh, he's bellying. Come on, you're done. Oh my goodness. Come here. No. No. Okay. A fucking 10 minutes, how many? 6 minutes wasted. Okay, see, that's the Willie's leech. Carp are omnivorous. They eat protein. So just a little, people don't often believe you when you say carp are, they eat meat, all right? So that's a non-native species here consuming a lot of, you see how big it was. So a bass, a largemouth, a native to this area has to compete with that. Big old Walter. Okay guys, not a bad little day. A couple setbacks in there. After I caught my first walleye, I lost that Willie's fruit roll up on a snag, and I hate it when I do that. If you notice, I roll cast 96% of the time, and that's because obviously the reason you roll cast, stay out of the trees behind you. So there's one reason. The other reason is just to keep it simple, to where you're not, I'm not going to tangle when I overhand cast, but it's just so unnecessary so much of the time. So, guys, if I mean, my roll cast is my favorite thing about fly fishing. I'm commented on it constantly, and I greatly appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. It's one of my favorite attributes. So yeah, I lost a Willie's fruit roll up in the snag, and then we went over and got tangled up with that carp, and that wasted 6 minutes right off the bat. And then that large walleye, and that was spectacular. So if you guys subscribed to the YouTube and follow me on Instagram, I'm gonna post a video on my Instagram like I legitimately caught that last walleye. And if you're watching this, I urge you to go over there and talk some noise. Let everybody know I foul hooked it. Yeah, that was great, man. That really was satisfying. I'm totally ready to digress for the day. And yeah, not much more to say. When I've been down here in April before, and the last time all I caught was walleye and carp too. And that lets me know that it's just still a little bit cold. And the walleye, they love the cold. But it's still like the bass are doing whatever they do, in these but you come back down here at the end of May, beginning of June, when it's obviously hot, and the bass are very prominent in the pools. They're on to the feeding, and they're on to being very investigative about whatever's happening in the pool. So yeah, it's nice to have a good, I got a lot of documentation here, and it's just nice to know that it's still fishing more or less the same. All right, I do not have much more for you guys. I really appreciate you watching, liking, subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.